Welcome back, community, to a tea party. I am your host and your spiritual friend, Aliza Kelly, and I am so excited to be having tea with a live human being, a real person, flesh and blood. Here with me today is Dana Patterson. You may know her from her stunning hair. You may know her from her humor. You may know her because she is a literal model. Yes, you have seen her campaigns, but do you know the real Dana? Do you know what is going on inside that heart and mind of this beauty queen? Well, the tea is that we are going to find out once and for all what Dana and who Dana actually is all about. Dana, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to see you, my girl. I cannot wait to get into the scoop here.
Oh my God, it's tea time.
Tea time.
Tea time all the time, baby.
It is.
Speaking of tea, your outfit, I love. J'adore. Tell me what you're wearing.
First of all, a delicious secondhand dress from Poshmark. Shout out to you, Poshmark. But these are actually family heirlooms from
Gorgeous.
my great-grandmother, twice removed. You know, she loved to do a little divorcey-orsey.
Yes.
But, you know, she knew that I loved a little lavender, so she did pass this down to me. And then, of course, this stunning headband worn by my other great-grandmother at the Kentucky Derby. You know, she just really loves to show off her fashions, and she gave these to me, and I'm so honored to be wearing them here today.
Gorgeous. It's giving lineage.
It's giving lineage. It's giving
Beautiful.
family heritage.
Yeah,
you know,
wow.
Serving.
Well, thank you so much for bringing these beautiful, sacred pieces into our tea party because tea, honey.
Tea.
Speaking of tea for tarot, I always start by pulling a card so that we can see what is actually going on behind the scenes, what we need to talk about, what we need to know about, what is coming. So let's see. What do we need to know?
I feel like I need to close my eyes for
Five
the
of
essence.
Wands. Do you know her?
No, I don't know her. Tell me.
So Five of Wands, we're in the sort of a midpoint of a story here.
Okay.
We're in the middle of a journey, and this journey has taken a lot of effort, a lot of hustle, a lot of fighting, a lot of self-advocacy, a lot of like, I know what's best for me. Also a lot of like getting kind of twisted up in the details of things, feeling like a little overwhelmed, a little maybe exhaustivo.
Yeah.
But we are still in the middle.
Yeah.
We can't give up yet. We got to keep pushing. We got to keep fighting. We got to keep believing in what we are going after, honey. And that is also the astrology of 2026. And if I hear one more person tell me they're tired, nap time is over.
Baby.
We're done. We
Pop
have
an
to wake
espresso
up.
like the rest of us, okay?
I mean, I know that I'm secretly chugging Celsius on the side, but like,
but don't we must?
Then get on that tip too.
Figure it out, baby.
Figure it out.
There are drinks with 500 milligrams of caffeine for a reason, okay? Wake it up.
And it's interesting because you are a Taurus sun.
Yes.
So, you know, a lot of the pushback is from the sleepy Tauruses.
Yes.
So can you two camera help galvanize your fellow bovines to help them remember how to balance the Taurus urge with also the goals and the dreams and the drive?
Absolutely. My fellow Tauruses, welcome back. Take a seat and grab a snack. I know you have one around, okay? Your several emotional support beverages, go ahead and put them in front of you because it's going to take a second. What you are looking for in regards to peace and rest is on the other side of the work that you don't want to do, mama. Mama gender neutral, to be clear. And I know that right now you want to sleep, you want to rest, but it's time to get up, baby. We gotta get up. We gotta go get the work done. The hedonistic tendencies that we all have, okay? The love of luxury and the love of rest and the love of, you know, the beautiful trips and the delicious food and the gorgeous vintage. Okay, I see you, we see each other. But we have to get to the work first, and then the joy will come and the peace and the rest that you're looking for will come. That is my personal thought process. And listen, I know it's hard with the world ending, okay? And things looking a little rough, but like the world needs us. We gotta get up, baby. It's time. Whip those covers off, okay? Take the robe off, put your cunty outfit on. Am I allowed to say cunty? Cunty outfit on, and let's get this done, baby. I love you. I see you. Thank you.
There you are. You heard it here. You heard it here first. T to T.
With love,
Taurus
with love.
to Taurus,
Yes.
honey. Thank you.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And thank you for allowing me the platform to say.
And what would you say that the most Taurus thing is about you?
I think my love of luxury. Okay. I love vintage, obviously. I love all the luxury, hedonistic parts of being a Taurus. I think a lot of people look at us and they're like, oh, Taurus just love to lay and they just love to, eat delicious food and enjoy luxurious things. Yes.
Yes. They're not wrong.
Yes. But what I will also say, my favorite part of being a Taurus is the Taurus loyalty. I love being a ride or die Taurus girl. And I am proudly. Very loyal friend, very kind, caring, and loving friend. Sometimes the little nudge that you need. But for me, my favorite part of being a Taurus is a little bit of the, the love of luxury, but really that loyal friend core, because that's probably my top quality.
Yeah.
So.
I always say, because Taurus obviously has the reputation of being stubborn, T.
Well,
but I always say, are they being stubborn, or are they teaching you a thing or two about commitment?
Wake that up. Honestly, I always say, am I stubborn or am I just right? And you're late.
T.
I'm that's kind of where we're at. I'm listen, you might as well listen to me now because you're going to have to listen to me later.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to end up at the same spot. Why don't we do it a little early?
Yes.
So,
let's get there. Let's get there.
Yes,
and then
exactly.
we can have fun.
Exactly.
So my darling,
Yes.
you have the rising sign that I am famously most envious of. I am most envious of Gemini rising.
Yes.
I feel like my life would be so much easier, so much breezier if I had a Gemini rising. I mean, talk about tired. Capricorn ruled, Saturn dominant. It's exhausting.
I know.
And I just feel like if I had a Gemini rising, everything would just be so much more fun. It's like I have fun against all odds.
I know.
I have fun. I make it fun
that
or else.
Capricorn in the chart.
What can I
really
say?
Does it.
Not only are you a Gemini rising, but you also are a Sagittarius moon. So
Yes.
sure, you are a Taurus, but you also have this fire and this air and all of this other vibrant energy that's lighting up the Taurus sun. I also want to mention that as we have talked about on the show before, you have your sun in the 11th house, like all celebrities. Did you know that?
I actually didn't.
Yes. Yeah, so
Because I've been seeing other astrologers, and they're not as good as you. We've discussed this, Aliza. I've been begging Aliza for a chart reading for years, okay? Because she is the best astrologer in the game. But she has a waiting list,
Dana.
I'm going to come knocking on your door.
Dana.
Aliza.
Dana. Well, no other astrologers will tell you that
No.
the sun in the 11th house, strong 11th house placements are such a powerful signature to have for being perceived, for being tapped into the collective grid. What should we plebeians without suns in the 11th house know about the collective consciousness right now?
Oh my gosh.
Where are we moving? Where are we going?
Yeah.
What do we need to know?
I have so many thoughts on this.
The tea is piping hot.
It is piping, to be clear. But, oh my gosh, I have so many thoughts on this. Authenticity, because I feel like right now in the ether, in our world in general, everybody wants to become an influencer. Everybody wants to be online, which so valid. I totally get it, But I feel like it's a little too recipeed, okay? It's a little too okay, I saw the person on TikTok and they said I need to do this and I need to do this series and I need to do that. I need bitches to get raw on the internet right the fuck now. Okay?
Raw on the internet.
Raw on the internet.
Is that an oxymoron now? Can one be raw on the internet anymore?
Yes and no. I feel like people have become so evil on the internet.
Yeah.
And nobody loves to see anybody enjoying things anymore. Or, it's God forbid you show up as a plus size girl on the internet. God forbid. Okay. They don't want to see you have joy. But for me, I just think authenticity is the next move because I think people are getting really tired of in general, because I just feel like it's seeped through our society in general, where it's we no longer feel comfortable, as you said, it is kind of an oxymoron, to be able to be real on the internet. But you and I know the joys of the internet before TikTok and the joys of the internet before even social media influencing. So it's I just want people to feel comfortable being themselves again on and off the internet, and just this less curated space.
I would like to talk about Saturn for you, honey.
Please.
So Saturn has been hurtling, yeeting,
Not the eating.
yeeting across the area of your chart associated with your career,
Okay.
my darling.
Yeah.
It then popped itself into Aries, coming for your Venus in Aries, which is your values.
Yeah.
So tell us, please, since 2023, what has that journey been? What's been going on? How has, what big shifts have you been seeing personally?
Oh my gosh. Well, my ex and I broke up in 2023. So that was a really big...
Oh, I remember us texting about this.
We texted about this. We talked about this. That was such a pivotal, super important thing for me. Evil Gemini. Sorry to all the Geminis.
Oh my God. We cannot get a guest to defend Gemini in this house?
Well,
This is such tea.
It's hard being right. Like, what do you guys want? What do you guys want? Again, I am right and you guys are just late. Like, I don't know what to say. And by the way, I just want to be clear. I just want to speak to the people. I don't hate Geminis. Gemini men, unevolved Gemini men, you should be afraid of, okay? I can name off a couple, but I won't. You can Google, okay? It's spooky town up in here, okay? That's all. But I love a Gemini woman. Sometimes. Love you. Sometimes.
But for you also, and this is tea for you.
Yes, I'm ready.
Is that Gemini, as a Gemini rising, you're a late degree Gemini rising, you're 26 degree.
Yeah.
So most of Gemini falls in your 12th house.
Okay.
And the 12th house is the area of the chart associated with your intuition and your psychic abilities, but also, honey, past lives.
Yeah.
So 12th house relationships broadly, if somebody activates your 12th house, the question is, you have certainly had some sort of karmic connection to them before.
Yeah.
But do you need it again now?
Yeah.
Is that important in this lifetime?
Yeah.
Or why are we still dragging ourselves by the hair through storylines
Yeah.
of yore?
100%.
Right?
And that's 100% what he was. I was dragging myself through a timeline of yore, and we needed to hop out of that. But my grandfather, also a Gemini, passed away quite some time ago, but fabulous gay man. Shout out to him.
Okay.
But so much lore there.
Yeah.
But I always wonder if when I meet an evil Gemini man, if it is because I'm learning something from either my grandfather or a past life or something, because I'm like, my ex-boyfriend had the same birthday as my grandpa.
Wow.
So yes. So I think about that a lot. I have no idea what that means, but I'm done with the Gemini men. Sorry.
Yeah.
Put your application down. I'll put it down.
Yeah. So that with that relationship ending, I'm curious, like, what did that unlock for you also in terms of selfhood and your career and like the legacy of it all?
Oh my gosh, so many things. For me, a lot of self-worth, a lot of self-love. I had thought at that point in time that I had really mastered the art of self-acceptance and self-love, and it really threw me into a new world of that. It was probably one of the most painful experiences that I ever had to go through, but it was truly like a phoenix rising from the ashes. It just felt so good. Once I got over the deep pain, I was like, wait, there's so much to be conquered here. I felt like I was accomplishing things more in my career. I moved back to LA and, did all the things that I've been wanting to do for so long, finally, after being kind of relieved of this man who was sucking the life out of me, frankly. But honestly, so many incredible things. I just felt like I was finally the most me I've ever been after going through that experience. And it was something that I didn't really know that I needed, but I did. So I feel like I've just become this more mature, emotionally intelligent, obviously funny, all the good things. And it really was positive for me. And it sounds crazy, and my friends would be like, hey girl, what?
Yeah, like,
but
that's not how I remember
it.
Like,
no. But for me, it was such a positive life force, and I just feel so grateful for the person that it's turned me into.
Well, and it's very Saturn. It's giving Saturn.
Yeah.
Saturn always says, you can't get through it the easy way. Yeah. You always have to suffer through.
And I did.
Yeah, yeah.
So, because it was also after the car accident that my family and I were in. So it was boyfriend, car accident. I had to go to Oklahoma to take care of my dad. It was just so many things at once. I was what's going on? So it felt like once I kind of swung up out of that, I was like, okay, it's only up from here because maybe it's been down.
Yeah. Well, we're glad that you're back up now. As your friendly Capricorn rising, the last thing that I want is to hear about somebody's come up with zero backstory.
Thank you. I'm the same way. Not like you have to struggle in order to, accept good things into your life. I know Capricorn rising is yes, you do. What are you talking about? But
Saturn, hello.
I also feel like it's so much sweeter when you have a little bit, and I feel like you're just so much more excited for that reward when you've had to put in the blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes, and also you have the wisdom. You've seen things from all different sides of a perspective. You spent your time in the mailroom. You worked as a server.
Yes.
You did all of the things. You have seen life through different perspectives, different points of view. We want to see somebody who has really put in the time,
Yes.
which you have, girl. You
Rumors
know,
are
it's
true.
been, and
Yes.
we know it's been a journey.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of downs, a lot of ups. Like, you know, the success experience is never linear, but that's like the magic of it. And I was talking to somebody about this yesterday, not to rant, but a Taurus with ADHD, and you know, I'm on my way. But for me, I was talking to someone about who was younger and kind of getting started in this industry, and just about how like I kind of miss the days when I was like broke and just getting started, and like that part of the journey is so magical. So it's like every single up and down and layer and things that have gone wrong and things that have gone right, it all makes up like the magical story. I mean, my lore runs so deep, which I just think makes it so much more fun and magical. So honestly, like, have there been incredibly hard and painful times? Of course, but I think that's what makes a success so much sweeter.
And you're actually moving into this very exciting moment.
Yay.
Where Uranus has been in Taurus since 2018.
Okay.
So like your sun, you know, your Mercury, like the 11th house of it all, like all of that has been going through this transformation. It's shifting into Gemini, which is for you going to be this much higher vibration of your spirituality.
Okay.
And to me, I think that something interesting in your chart is that your legacy in Pisces is also about how you bring your soul into your work.
Yeah.
Like your spirituality, your magic. Can you tell us some of the witchiest and most magical things that you do to either like prepare for something or privately, personally?
Well, I've learned a lot from you, obviously my witchy queen.
Well, thank you.
But I mean, I feel like the preparation for something big happening is kind of the work that you do every day. So I like burp the house every day, smoke cleanse the house every day, like with something that is not Palo Santo or sage. Sorry, y'all, but we need to be more aware of that.
There's other options.
Yes, there are so many incredible options. Like I love mugwort. You know, I go to my local witchy woo and grab my things. But I love to smoke cleanse. I love to manifest via journaling. I like love to write down my goals, very specific things that I, you know, want to exactly how I want it to happen. The person who taught me about that was actually Josie Marin, who we all love her body butter, but she is also a icon, also a Taurus. Her birthday's right after mine.
Also a witch?
A Taurus and a witch,
Okay,
for sure.
okay. Josie, if you're listening, we'd love to have you.
No,
Come to the
literally,
tea party.
I can make that happen. No, she is incredible. But we were talking the other day about manifestation and just like dating and men. Because honestly, quite frankly, I'm not super interested in dating right now. I am so focused on my career. Maybe that's a little in there, more info. But I am really focused on my career and just like the peace and joy in my life. And she was talking about how she had felt the same way and how she manifested her, you know, now husband, and through a lot of really specific journaling. And I also like love to light a prayer candle. I joke about it. I'm like, gotta light the prayer candle, but I love a little prayer candle moment and meditation and just visualizing what I want my life to be like. And of course, doing the work in real life. So,
yeah. I something I think is so cool about one's moon sign is that your moon sign gives you access into understanding a certain unique vibration of your magic.
Yeah.
So you with a moon in Sagittarius, like part of your magic is also about learning and curiosity and like expanding your world and doing things that challenge you and like open you up. So part of your, like, to bring that into your life is also to say yes to things. Yeah. Like part of your magic is about trying to put yourself in new situations that might be scary, but also that like start to connect the dots and bubble things up in a way that you're like, oh my God, if I hadn't met this person or done this thing or gone out on a limb like this, I wouldn't have done X, Y, and Z. And then like your life is supposed to be just like this constantly blossoming and blooming expansion. You know, like it's giving manifesting.
Yeah. No,
right?
that like resonates with me so much because I feel like with my career, obviously, you know, people handle things different ways. Okay. But for me, it's been built on friendships and love and really nurturing, you know, the connections that I make and just really organic connections. Like I am anti like LA social climber culture personally. I just could never do it. I'm, you know, neurodivergent and a Taurus sun. Like, I'm sorry, you guys, it's not happening. And so for me, it's been built on genuine love and friendships and connection and meeting people and like just, you know, randomly it's like I'll meet someone on vacation and then they'll be able to, you know, pass me this thing or put me up for this thing. Like that has been my entire career in life. So that makes even more sense than you know.
Okay, so more tea here.
Yes.
You have a Mars in Leo. Can you tell us, please, what your hope, wish, dream, desire would be for when the planet of expansion and luck and fortune moves over to the area of your chart connecting with Mars, which is all about like how you take action and thrust in the world. Like let us plant that seed and set that intention right now.
Yes. Okay, I'm ready.
What is it?
For me, more big modeling jobs. I really want to be on a billboard. Again, this will be my third one.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, we got to see more fat bitches on billboards, okay? Like, I'm ready. So for me, more campaigns, more beauty campaigns. Would also love to see more plus-size women in these beauty campaigns.
Period.
I'm like, with Love and Grace, like, baby, we're buying things too. Like, hello, I'm a glam girl. Like, fragrance, you know, beauty, makeup, skincare, all of it. I want to see my fellow plus-size girls. If it's not going to be me, it needs to be someone, okay? Listen. And, you know, I'd love to be on TV. I'd love for you guys to be able to see, you know, my beautiful face.
Well, I mean,
television.
I would say that Jupiter in Leo hitting your Mars, which is like how you do the damn thing.
Yeah.
Leo being so theatrical, so razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
So like bright lights, big city.
Yeah.
It feels auspicious. It feels like tea.
Feels like tea, friends. Well, who knows? Who knows what's going to occur?
So I have some rapid fire questions for you, my
so
angel,
ready.
so that we can get to know you a little bit more, know your preferences.
Yes.
Would you rather work with a Capricorn or a Virgo?
Capricorn.
Oh,
sorry. 2 of my best friends are Capricorns. My dad's a triple Capricorn. Yes, I'm in 250 an hour therapy. Thank you. But no, I mean, and I love a Virgo. It's like no shade to Virgos at all. I love myself a good Virgo, but so many of my nearest and dearest and people that I also like work with in a friend and work way, you know, I love to mix those. But yeah, I love a Capricorn.
period.
Yeah.
Period.
They love money too, so I'm like, get into it.
Yeah.
You know, like
you have the long-term vision. You got a plan.
yes, I got a plan. Let's go.
Would you rather be in a situationship,
Oh, jeez.
period,
Okay.
with a Libra or a Scorpio?
If I was like forced, a Libra or what?
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
That's tea.
Girl, I have dated Libra men. Okay. And I hate to like, see, my problem is when I start hating on like male zodiac signs, I'm like, is it the zodiac?
Well, yeah, right.
Or
It's
is it the
men,
man?
of course. Yeah,
Check
naturally.
the box. Okay.
Right.
Honestly, like, I love a Libra man. Libra men are not good for me. I mean, maybe they are, but the ones that I've encountered, not so much.
No,
You
I
need to
mean
look
you're
at
a
the whole
Venus in
chart.
Aries. Like that is a little prickly for you.
I love a Scorpio man. Like, I feel like if you're going to be in a situationship, you might as well be in it with a Scorpio and not a Libra. In my opinion, I feel like you're at least going to have maybe a little more fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be like a little sexier.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot sexier in my opinion. Like, no to Libras. Sorry, guys.
It's tea.
It's tea.
Would you rather be perpetually stuck in your Saturn return
Where's the door?
or
Okay.
Mercury retrograde? As a Gemini rising, Mercury ruled, honey.
Aliza, this is going to take me clean out. Okay. I will have to say Mercury retrograde, which is insane.
Yeah.
But my Saturn return, y'all, was really, really bad. So I don't want to re-experience that.
Saturn in Aquarius, Saturn 29 degrees Aquarius, okay?
Girl, it was really, really hard on me, so I don't want to go back there.
Yeah, so that was actually, I mean, the final frontier of that was Saturn moving into Pisces. That was like 2023.
Yeah, that makes so much
Yeah.
sense because my life has been much better since.
For everyone who is a child and who has yet to experience their Saturn return, 1, it's bedtime. Number 2, It really is like it's an inevitable identity builder, let's say.
Exactly.
Right?
Like I talk a lot, you know, with the babies about the Saturn return. Obviously, I'm no expert like you are, but for me, it's character building. Like, was it probably the most painful and difficult experience of my life? Yes, like 100%. But it's not that scary for everybody. And so I try to be like, it's character building. Just go in knowing that like this is supposed to make you more of who you are. And there's a positive thing at the end, but just like strap in and know that that's what it's for. I wish I had been a little more prepared to know that like this is for your character building, for you to become, you know, more of who you are and to become a better person or more of you. I hate to say like the better person, good person, bad person, because like
right. It's not like this like moralistic binary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not at all. So it, you know, it can be a little spooky, but it's positive in the end. So people get really scared of their Saturn return, as you know, but for me, I'm like, it's good. It's positive things come out of it.
Yes.
I survived.
They do. They have to.
Yes.
Right. And the tea is that like in astrology lore, you couldn't become an astrologer until you have gone through your Saturn return.
I
That
didn't
was
know
the
this.
marker of your ability to actually be like a technical practicing astrologer.
Wow, that
because you
makes so
needed
much
to have the
sense.
wisdom.
Yeah.
Because like what 21-year-old can actually advise on life?
Yeah.
You
Where's
know?
Lenore? Like, no.
No.
No. Sorry to all the 21-year-olds. We love you, but there's so much to learn.
Yeah,
So
and
much
like
to learn.
what we can learn from a 21-year-old is that like life is this like beautiful journey of feeling like, you know, the things that you thought are the most important moments actually don't matter. And there's
Exactly.
something so like beautiful and, you know, like you open up a 21-year-old and it's just a bunny inside
Yes,
of them.
no,
You know, it's just like a
truly.
fluffy bunny. And you're like,
Yes.
oh, I'll zip you right back up.
Yeah, you
You're
stay there.
You're okay.
Yeah.
You're okay by me, kiddo.
No, exactly.
Yeah, you haven't become this like cactus.
Yes.
This like pokey, prickly cactus yet.
Which is
And
what
like
I
that's
am.
so sweet
Yes.
to be a fuzzy bunny.
But I'm not taking any advice from you with Love and Grace, Miss
Yeah,
United
but you don't
States.
know. You don't know how
don't know anything.
dark it can get.
Yes, that's how I feel about therapists and astrologers. And
Mm-hmm.
like with Love and Grace, I need you to have gone through a little bit of life, more life than I have, in order for me to know what's going on. So
Yeah,
that
that's-
makes so much sense.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's so interesting.
Yes, one
Bring
of
that
my
back.
mentors, because I started studying with her pre-Saturn return, and she would tell me every time,
Yeah.
you know, in like this very classic like boomer way, she'd be like,
Yes.
you know, I shouldn't even be doing this.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
You're like, okay, well,
We're here.
So,
Yeah.
like, we're gonna.
doing
so.
it. But even knowing all of that, like my Saturn return still rattled me.
Yeah, of
I was still
course.
like completely changed by it.
Yeah.
And I was posting about like I was like day 1 of my Saturn return, here's the transit.
Yeah.
It's happening right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm ahead of it.
Yeah.
I get what's going on. No.
No.
Because the whole thing with astrology is that like you can predict your heart out.
Yeah.
But life is still going to always throw you curveballs.
Exactly.
And that is how you marry the understanding of like your timing
Yeah.
with also like the magic and spontaneity of the life bit.
Yes.
You know?
100%.
And like that's also where the fun is like you knew something was coming, you didn't know what it was going to be.
Exactly. I feel like astrology is like context. It's kind of like, okay, here's, you know, some context of what could happen or, you know, the energy of what's going to happen, but not necessarily like what's going to happen.
It can't.
But it's nice to have, of course, but it's like nice to have that little bit of context so you feel like, you know, a little bit of a, I don't know, a cushion, but it's certainly not going to like prepare you for every single thing that's going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always say that like using astrology for timing, and
Yeah.
one of the ways it works is that like if you know that your dog gets hungry every day at 4 p.m.
Yes.
and you happen to see that it's 3:45, you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to need to go downstairs soon or stop what I'm doing,
Yeah.
feed the dog, they're going to start crying.
Yeah.
If you are working with astrology, you're going to be like, oh, I have this transit happening in about a month.
Exactly.
Like what's going on in my life that I can start to pay a little more attention to, or what can I put on hold because it's actually not that significant and important
Yeah.
because I know this big thing is happening. Do I know what this big thing is going to be in totality? Of course
No.
not.
Yeah.
Of course not. That wouldn't be any fun at all. That
Yeah.
wouldn't be tea.
Exactly. It would not be tea.
It would not be tea.
No, because like, what's the fun of life if you don't get a little surprise here and there?
You gotta have a surprise.
You have to have a surprise.
You gotta have a
Like,
surprise.
No, it's just kind of like I don't know, the base of everything. It's like, okay, the context is there, but I get to enjoy the little surprises and moments.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the gummy bears.
Yes, the
that
gummy bears
not,
of life.
Not a person has touched.
Don't miss out. Well, I will. Don't worry.
Dana, thank you so much for joining our tea party. Where can the people find you?
Thank you so much
Well,
for
Sephora
having me.
on
Yes,
television.
Sephora on television.
Okay, so there's no shortage of spaces.
No, there's no shortage, but you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. Those will be linked at Dana Isabella with 3 A's because I chose my username at 17. So sometimes we fuck up. Okay. But yes, under Dana Patterson, and come see me. We'll talk all things hair and, you know, the joys of life and body neutrality and all the fun stuff.
We'd love to see it.
Thank you so much again for having me.
Thank you, Dana.
I adore you, and I'm so happy for us to have this space together.
Yay!